Welcome to my YouTube channel, Marie's Country Life. So today I'm going to show you my other garden. I have two gardens, when I'm down here at my in-laws. I also have a garden here. Some of my veggies I planted here. I've introduced quite a bit of tropical veggies that they have not learned or heard about before. And now they have learned quite a bit. So anyway, in our garden here, we have winterized some of our veggies that are growing here. We have pretty much greens. My father-in-law did this here. We use conduit, electrical conduit, and bend it to form into a triangular shape, and then we just use the plastic covering for greenhouse. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like inside. So if you live in a four-season, this is what you can do. The conduit, the electrical conduit, you can buy at home improvement stores like Home Depot or Lowe's, and then you can just bend it yourself. So this is what it looks like inside. There's carrots, there's turnips, there's all kinds of greens, beets, radish. You have kale here and lettuce at the very back. So for this size, you'd only need 5 electrical conduit. And here in the middle, you also use this as a reinforcement or support, and you put this wire here in the middle so it stays connected. And the same on the other side here. So there are two. At our house, or at my house, we also have this one here. It's a cloth, it's a fabric that you can use to cover, and it's the same thing. We use this electrical conduit, bent it to shape. There's 5, so it's a good size. And here, there are still seedlings. There are small ones here that are growing on this side and on this side. There's spinach here and some Swiss chard or radish. Anyway, there's more here, and there's lettuce and kale, collard greens. Anyway, this is very doable, and the cost is minimal. And there's onions and garlic. And on this side here, my mother-in-law just broadcasted every greens, the older seeds that she could find in her stash, and just broadcasted here. So there's a lot of microgreens growing here. And here is that side there. That's my bitter melon. The bitter melon's dead, of course. And my Malabar spinach as well. Malabar spinach is obviously a tropical veggie, so they're dead. The leaves are wilty. They're done for the season. And you see the microgreens are really healthy looking. And there's also clover growing on this portion here on this side, and there's also clover growing there, clover as the cover crop. And over there's clover greens. They survive the winter, and it also helps provide nitrogen in the soil. It adds nitrogen to your soil, so it's a perfect cover crop. And here is the purple yam. This is the purple yam. My father-in-law covered it because I was not here during the first frost. They just covered it with this cloth, the fabric, to protect. This is a garden fabric actually. And look at what's underneath. It's still green, but the top portion, it looks like the top leaves are scorched. Yeah, it's scorched because of the frost, the cold. So you can see here, it's brown. So I'm going to harvest this today. There you go, that's what it looks like. So it's still green, so it made it. There's been 3 frosts already, and it survived. You can see the base of the plant. It's raised up a little bit, so we'll see. I'm going to dig it up and see what it looks like, how big it has made, how much roots it has created or it formed. Okay. This was my first attempt to plant purple yam in the US, a newfound YouTuber friend. He's married to a Filipina. I would like to specially mention Bob Mel Simple Living YouTube channel. He's thoughtful and he gave me some tropical veggie seeds to plant last year, including the purple yam roots. And in the Philippines, we call purple yam ube. Just like sweet potato, purple yam spreads and crawls. But unlike sweet potatoes and potatoes, purple yam is viney and it spreads on trellis. It climbs on trellis. So I had to put this cage around the plant as a trellis. I use a metal post and metal ties to keep the cage in place. It takes time to put and remove this cage, especially the metal post, because it is buried deep into the ground for stability. But it's okay, it's doable. But I'll just have to make sure that I have it stable enough so when the vine crawls or grows that it's more stable and it's supported. So this is November 2nd week, November the 8th. I'm going to harvest the purple yam. Purple yam is not sweet potato, okay? It's a root crop similar to sweet potatoes. But the leaves are a lot smoother and more elongated, as you can see. And it's got the base of it is like purple. It's very different than sweet potato. But some people call purple yam on sweet potatoes. Purple yam is actually different. But so it's so easy to identify them wrongly. Dioscorea alata, also known as purple yam, ube, or greater yam, among many other names, is a species of yam, a tuber. The tubers are usually a vivid purple-violet to bright lavender in color, hence the common name purple yam, but some range in color from cream to plain white. It is sometimes confused with taro and the Okinawa sweet potato, although Dioscorea alata is also grown in Okinawa, where it is known as binimo. With its origin in the Asian tropics, the alata has been known to humans since ancient times. Purple yams have edible tubers which have a mildly sweet, earthy, and nutty taste, reminiscent of sweet potatoes or taro. The violet cultivars in particular turn dishes distinctively vivid violet due to the high amount of anthocyanins. Purple yams are also valued for the starch that can be processed from them. Purple yam is most commonly associated with traditional and modern Philippine cuisine, where it is known as ube or ubi. It is widely used for a variety of Philippine dessert, such as ubi cake, ubi cheesecake, and ubi crinkles, as well as an ingredient of flavor for ice cream, milk, donuts, tarts, jam, and other types of pastries. It is often eaten boiled, baked, or as a sweetened dessert called ube halaya, the latter being a popular ingredient in the iced dessert called halo-halo. Purple yam desserts have more recently entered the United States through Philippine cuisine under the Filipino name ube. It is particularly popular due to the striking purple-violet color it gives to desserts. In Vietnam, purple yam is cooked in creamy soup called kang khoai moi. I don't know how to speak and to pronounce it. In Maharashtra, India, the stir-fried chips are eaten during religious fasting. Purple yam is an essential ingredient in undihu, an Indian dish. Purple yam is a popular dessert in Jaffna, Sri Lanka also. Purple yam is commonly confused with purple-violet varieties of sweet potatoes due to their similarities in color, taste, and culinary uses. However, like other yams, purple yam's texture is a little moist than sweet potato, and when you cut it, it's more slimy and the texture is a little different. Purple yams also have higher anthocyanin content than sweet potatoes. They can otherwise be used interchangeably in most recipes. The color of purple varieties is due to various anthocyanin pigments. The pigments are water-soluble and have been proposed as possible food coloring agents. Dioscorea alata, sometimes grown in gardens for its ornamental value.
I got the fork if you want it.
I hope there's something. I hope it's not a letdown.
Here's your fork.
Let me just see where it's.
This goes down underneath.
Yeah. Even if it's just a little bit.
A little bit more, larger.
I'll be happy. Wow, I don't know.
I thought you had it in here quite a
I don't know
long
if
time.
they made it. Wow, look at that. I stabbed. I stabbed it.
Go straighter down. I guess if you've already stabbed it, then you can't unstab. Looks alright.
I stabbed it. Not a good thing. See? Look at that. Look at that. Wow, I stabbed it.
Looks alive. Funny alive. I mean, what you're worrying about not having anything.
Yeah,
Not so.
they did. It did do something.
Down there, that's a little tumble off one. Maybe that's a piece of you. So does it just go straight down? Or is it horizontal?
You see?
What's the root?
It's more hairy, right?
Yeah.
It's more hairy than your
Rootier.
rootier. Yeah, but I stabbed. Yeah, see, I only planted one small one, and this is what it.
Yeah. Four big ones. Does it taste like?
No, this is more sticky. This is more sticky than.
Well, I wasn't going to say like the sweet potato, but is it? I see some roots, but I'm not sure because there was not that much greenery.
Probably the.
And the greenery is the solar panels sucking up the sun's energy, depositing them in the root. There you go. You got them.
You think that was?
It's in that loop. I mean, in that plant.
It didn't. Thank you. There's not enough. This was the smallest one that I planted anyway.
But I think your plant is rooted.
Yes.
I think there's something in there. I see one.
Huh? Oh yeah. Did I just stab it? Yes, I stabbed it.
Oh, well, you find it.
Look how big it is. It's just one, but it's big.
Well, plants are designed to do what they're doing.
Wow. See?
Yeah.
But you know, he only gave me a few small ones. So hopefully I can plant this later. You want to see it? There you see it. I have 5 purple yams. I planted only few small ones and now I have a bigger ones. So I'm going to plant them next year. Hopefully they will produce more. Thanks for watching and happy gardening.